Please welcome and recognize the gentleman from Ohio. I'm sorry.
Good evening. My dear friends, this has been an extraordinary adventure, and I am humbled to have been able to serve in the capacity of being one of your presiding officers. I have seen a development in individuals I have known in the past, and I have seen the foretelling of those of whom I have only recently met. But there is a common pattern and thread therein. I'm always amused whenever the topic of the greatest generation is brought up. The generation that withstood the Depression and the war and paved the way for a century where our nation took its place as the hegemon of the world. But that generation and the one it begot is passing, and it is time that a new one begins to fill the void. I think that I may have been somewhat cynical before I came to this conference 3 years ago. Perhaps that America's best days were indeed behind her, that materialism had become a sort of state religion, and civic participation in virtue was all but utterly evaporated. But you proved me wrong. In this conference, I have seen our democracy at work and at its best. The intellectual dialogue, the passionate discourse, they are all the lifeblood of this republic. So when I hear anyone trying to talk down our generation, I ask them one simple question. Have you ever been to the Blue Ridge Center in Asheville, North Carolina in the first week of July? Because if you bore witness to the extraordinary individuals that made up the Conference on National Affairs, you would know all too well that America's best days have yet to even come. My friends, we're standing on a precipice. The challenges are vast and they are complex, from terrorism to alternative energy, government spending, to the instability of the family unit. But similar challenges have been faced before by our people. The greatest generation can no longer stay in a sort of lore or mythos, but it must rise up again and claim in this nation the divine purpose it has as the beacon of freedom at home and abroad. The great 20th century American philosopher Reinhold Niebuhr said, "Nothing that is worth doing can be achieved in our lifetime. Therefore, we must be saved by hope." Nothing which is true or beautiful or good makes any complete sense in any immediate context of history. Therefore, we must be saved by faith. Nothing we do, however virtuous, could be accomplished alone. Therefore, we must be saved by love. No virtuous act is quite as virtuous from the standpoint of friend or foe as it is from our own standpoint. Therefore, we must be saved by the final form of love, which is forgiveness. Faith, love, forgiveness. Keep them in your heart always and with all people. And let us begin the work of renewing this country and becoming the next generation. Thank you.